Hello, my name is Tasha. Welcome to June and our theme of the month, which is Pride. At PEPELT we are reading The Rainbow, and our picture book of the month is Aalfred and Aalbert, written and illustrated by Morag Hood. What a glorious picture book. I'm sure you've already watched Sandy's and Gail's film and have seen a number of pages. So it really is charming. It says it's a love story. It really is a love story. It makes my heart beat faster. So I work in primary teacher education in the Netherlands, so my films are all about what I would do with student teachers. Now, if you know my films, I work quite a bit with noticing and letting students also explore the picture book by themselves, very often to start with. And this is one where I would do the same. I think it really lends itself for them to see what they see in this picture book and what they think perhaps children would see. There are two things I would really be focusing on at the end when we've heard everybody's comments and everybody's ideas. I would very much like to look at the point made by Sandy, which is the use of colour. The two colours, orange and blue, and as Sandy explained, they sit on the opposite spectrum on the colour spectrum wheel. So I think, or they sit opposite each other on the colour spectrum wheel. So that's what I would be looking at and seeing how that could be perhaps used, what kind of activities could be formed, what kind of emotions could be linked. The other aspect I would like to work on, and that is a point made by Gail in her film, this is looking at how print works and developing this literacy skill. And I think it's something that is very useful. It's a skill that needs to be developed, especially when we have books like Please Mr. Panda, which also function as a physical object, which you can turn upside down, where perhaps print has been written upside down and you need to turn the book upside down. So I think those are my two main points that I would like to look at when I'm working with Aalfred and Aalbert, and look at what kind of activities we can create. Now, Aalfred and Aalbert for some might be the first LGBTQ themed picture book they are working with and they are thinking about taking into the primary English language classroom. So I really would like to use this as a stepping stone to familiarize student teachers with what is out there, the different LGBTQ themed picture books we have at the moment, because a lot has happened since, Heather Has Two Mummies was printed, and Tango Makes Three. So we've got, of course, picture books about daddies, which is, got the moms and the dads. We have a very important picture book, which is Stella Brings the Family, we've got Mother's Day is being prepared in the primary classroom, and Stella gets all worried because she's got two dads and she doesn't really know who to bring to this Mother's Day event. We've got picture books which look at the different clothes that children, boys wearing dresses especially. So we've got Fred Gets Dressed, that's just been published, and it's definitely one for all Peter Brown fans. My Shadow is Pink, written by a dad for his son who loves wearing dresses. Now, we've of course got Julian as a mermaid, quite groundbreaking, and Julian at the Wedding. And we've got other wedding books, Uncle Bobby's Wedding, and we've got another lovely story of friendship, Jerome by Heart. I think all these picture books, some are more suited than others for the English, for the primary English language classroom. It also, what are the needs of the children? What aspect does the teacher want to look at? So I think it's also about discovering, just seeing what's out there and making sure that student teachers also feel comfortable with this literature and how they can use it and the discourse. And then, of course, we've got this one has just also been published, Nen and the Lonely Fisherman. So we're moving into fairy tales being adapted. We're moving away from the mermaid to the merman. So I think that's really quite important, and we need to take time in teacher education, because otherwise there'll be a gap with the books being published and teachers using them in the classroom. Those are my ideas for June and for our wonderful picture book of the month. Where have I left it? Aalfred and Aalbert. And I wish you a wonderful summer and stay safe. Bye-bye.